Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's make something that we can all use, and let's make it oh so cute. Stay tuned. So I've been spending some time out on Instagram looking at all of the wonderful creations that you guys are doing. I haven't been able to comment on all of them, but I have been looking at them, and guys, I can't say it enough. Y'all are doing some amazing, fabulous crafting. And if you haven't had a chance to go out there and look, go to Posh Paper Lady Inspired on Instagram and check out everything that's going on. And if you want to upload your Posh Paper Lady inspired projects, go ahead, head out to Instagram, upload your project so that everyone can see the wonderful things that you too are doing. Guys, you should really give yourselves a big hand because it is amazing. Isn't this gorgeous? This is what we are going to make today. And the beauty of this, it is the beauty of fall, but the beauty of this is that it is a spiral notebook, and it is made from scratch. So you don't need a cinch. You don't need to buy any special wires. You don't need any of that because we are going to deconstruct to reconstruct. And you guys will see what I mean in just a minute. But isn't this gorgeous? Now what I am doing is I am going to make a set of 4. I'm only going to make one other with you guys, but I am going to make one for all of the seasons. So what I'm going to make today will be one for winter, but this is just absolutely adorable. It measures 5.5 across, 6 inches long, and you can probably get up to 60 sheets of paper on the inside, depending on the thickness of your paper. So guys, let's make it. Okay guys, so here is what we're going to start with. I don't know if y'all remember, I told you that I bought a whole bunch of these from Target. I think they were 20 or 25 cents. I can't remember how much. But I stocked up because, yeah, I want the paper on the inside to be able to make skinnies with, but I'm also willing to sacrifice some of them to get the wire binding. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I have removed the wire binding from this one. But if you do the same, do not throw any of this away because you will be able to use it on future projects. So let me show you guys what I have here. So I cut out this portion and I cut it at 6 inches because I wanted 6 inches worth of holes. And then I have my coil that I removed, and we will be using that to rebuild our own custom spiral notebook. And you can build these any season, any reason, any gender. So I am going to show you guys what we're going to be working with. So I am going to have 50 sheets of plain old copier paper that measures 5.25 by 6. I have 2 pieces for my inside liner that measure 5 by 5.75. I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 6 by 5.5. And I have 2 outside liners that measure 7.5 by 8.5. And guys, I really apologize if you hear my air conditioner. It's a little bit warm in here today, so I have the air conditioner going. Hopefully that noise is not too distracting. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the tape from the back of our chipboard. And then we're going to take the chipboard and place it down on our outside liner pieces, which measure 7.5 by 8.5. So I'll place that down just like that. And I'll take this one and place it down just like this. Then I'm going to flip both of these over and use my big old spatula to get this stuck down. And guys, I found my big old spatula at Tuesday Morning, but I understand that they do have these online at Amazon.com. And this is made by We Are Memory Keepers. And then I am going to take my stylus and I'll just go around the chipboard using the chipboard as a guide. And I am pressing down into the paper just to get a nice score started. And that'll make it easier for us to do a wraparound. And if our paper has a tendency to crack, it might just help to minimize that cracking. So I am going to go along all four sides of both of these, just like that. Now I can take these, stand it up, and I will fold this over on all four sides. And I am going to do the same thing with my other cover, because like I said yesterday, when I am crafting at home and off camera, my crafting is done assembly style. So if I was making 10 of these, I would be doing the process for all 10 of these at the same time. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to miter cut my edges, and you'll see a line here and a line here. That means that we've got a little intersection going between those two lines. So all I'm going to do is cut down and go through that intersection to miter my edges. It is that simple. So what I have done on this one, I also have to do on this one. So I know that we have a lot of newbies watching. That is why I have started going through the steps instead of skipping. At some point, I will go back to fast forwarding through some of these repetitive steps, but I just want to show what I'm doing from beginning to end. So now that I have my jacket covers on, I am going to use my tape runner to put tape on the wings here, because I will be sandwiching this in between the chipboard and the liner piece, so I don't have to worry about that coming up. So I am just running my tape on all of these assembly style. And now I'll stand it up, fold it over, and then I'll go back with my big old spatula and really get that stuck down. So I'll bring in my spatula and get that nice and stuck. And then I'll take my spatula and just go around the corners just in case I have any pointy pieces, and that will help just to round it. And now I'll do this one. So I am going to take this, fold it over. Take this, fold it over. And then I'll use my big old spatula just to get everything nice and stuck. And now that we have it nice and stuck, I'll go around the edges, rounding as I go. And now we have our two jackets for the outside. What I'm going to do now is I have my two inside liner pieces that measure 5 by 5 3/4, and I am going to take these and go ahead and put them down. Now when I put these down, my books will be 6 inches this way. So when I place it down, I need to place it down as if I had the coil in. So the coil's going to be right over here. When I place it down, I am not going to place it down so that it will overlap where I'll be placing that coil. That's why I'm leaving a wider piece here, and I'll show you what I mean. So when I take this and I'll be placing that down to get my holes, the holes will fall on the blue side and it won't touch this part. So then I am going to use my spatula to get that stuck. And I am going to remove the tape from this side. And I'll place it down. So I've placed that one down, giving myself a wider margin over here than I have over here. And now I have 2 books ready to go. Okay guys, so the way that we're going to do this, very simple. I have my jackets together so that the inside liners are facing each other. Then I am going to use this as my template. So I'm going to take this, place it down, making sure that I have everything nice and straight. And when I do, I am going to take my clips and just clip one portion of this. So I have my big bite, and that's what I'll be working with. If you're going to do this project, you're going to need a way to punch holes, or you're going to need to use some type of hole punching system such as a cinch. But I am using my big bite. I have it set on 1/8, and it's such a strong punch that it will go through 2 pieces of chipboard at the same time. So I am just going to take it and I am going to punch through each one of the holes that I have here on my template. So I'll show you what I mean. So y'all, I have it positioned in my first hole. So all I'm going to do is, using a lot of force, I am going to press down just like that. And you heard that snap. And now you can see, hopefully you can see, I'll take a piece of paper. Hopefully you can see the white behind that. That's where I've got the hole punched. So I am going to go along and punch all of the holes in this board, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so once we have our holes punched, I'm just going back through and picking out any little stragglers that might be there. But the next thing that we need to do is take our punched holes and use them as a guide for punching through the paper. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I have my papers in my book, and all I'm going to do is now I'll use the holes that I have got punched here as a guide for punching the holes in the paper. So I am going to go through and punch holes in all of my papers, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so now that I have all of my holes punched, and I did go just a little bit askew there, but that's not going to matter because it'll close fine, even though I went a little bit crazy on my lineup. So all we do is line our holes together, and then we take our coil, and we're going to take the coil just like this, and we're going to place it in and just start twisting it, and it will naturally find those holes that you punch. So I am going to keep turning this until I get my spiral to go through all of my holes. And so guys, we are almost at the end, so just keep feeding it until you get it to go all the way through. All right, so then once you have your wire all the way through, you need to make sure that you have a little bit of tails at each end. So I am just going to stretch that out just a little bit. And then I am going to use my wire nips just to come in and remove some of that I stretched out. And I'm going to save this portion because I can make a smaller book with that. So I am just going to nip that off. And if you happen to have some scissors, an old pair of scissors that you're not using, this wire is so flexible that you could also use that to cut through. So what I'm going to do now is just take that little end there and just sort of curl it up. Hopefully y'all can see that. Just like that. And then I'll do the same thing down here. So I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit because I don't need all of that. and I am going to use my nips just to remove that piece. And now I'll take my nips again, and I'm going to take this little curly part here and just curl it under. And now, guys, we have another sweet little notebook, but we also need to decorate this. So the way that I'm going to decorate this one, I am not going to do a whole lot. I have this sweet little cut apart, and I am just going to remove my tape from the back. And then I'll take this, and I am just going to place it down just like that. And then I have this little piece here that I am just going to put down on it, if I can get my tape off. And this little piece just says winter. So I am going to take that and place it right there. And then I'll use my big old spatula, get that stuck down. And so now we have an awesome winter notebook to go with the whole collection that I am going to be making. And I'm making these actually for myself because I want something pretty to take my notes in. And you can see on this one that I didn't get my holes punched exactly straight. For me, that's okay. If I was selling this, oh no, I would make sure that it looked like this one where my holes are just almost perfect. But these are adorable. I love how they turned out. And now I have these wonderful writing surfaces that I can use. I can sketch. I can do whatever it is I want to do with my sweet little books. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.